Previously on Bollockz.
Cavin, a 2-0 win against my friend Clive Barker and his Mpumalanga Black Aces last night puts you up to third. How was it for you?
Neal, we played very, very good football. I think in both halves we controlled the game. In saying that, I thought we should have scored a lot more. Thought we could have scored some more goals. We missed a few. But in saying that as well, Mpumalanga Black Aces is a very good team, and they could have scored one or two towards the end of the first half.
Yeah.
But we got control of the game. I think the big advantage we had was that Clive's team is still not competitive fit, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is their first league game in 2014. I've already played five games. So my players are at a much higher level, competitively, mental fitness, game fitness than these players. And that probably was the catalyst amongst the fish yesterday. The fact that we in a much better competition phase than they are.
Yeah.
But they are a very good team, and I think another 3 games, they're going to give our teams a very, very big run for their money.
Cavin, that game that was called off last night, the Orlando Pirates game, while you were calmly going up to third, Orlando Pirates could have gone up to fourth or fifth, I think, with a win last night against Free State Stars, quite low in the PSL table at the bottom. How bad a blot is that on South African football when the floodlights won't work at a stadium and a game's called off? How do you think that reflects on the PSL?
Look, I don't think it reflects anything on the PSL, Neal. My problem is the onus is probably on the people who want to have these games at their stadiums, or, for example, if Free State does have that as their home field, then they should have at least someone checking that thing at least 2-3 days before the time, and also the morning of the game. You know it's a night game. You know you have pressure, unnecessary pressure on you. And what happens now? Free State Stars in all their wildest teams, they're not sitting well in the table. They need to play most of their games, so their people have to be on their toes. They outside football office staff, like I say, at present moment with my team, Neal, my medical team and my fitness team, they have to be on their toes. This is when they get paid money, because we're playing back-to-back games, and if my team is not fully fit on the pitch, I get at them. It's the same with Free State Stars. Whoever did not make sure that the lights are not working today, go to the cold, because now it sets them one game back, it sets Pirates another game back. But later on, it's better you know what points you have in your pocket than what points you don't have in your pocket.
Yeah, no, exactly. I just think it's disappointing. I know there were games called off in England for the severe weather last night. Cavin...
That's an act of God, Neal.
yeah, last night. The severe weather is an act of God. I'm not sure floodlight failure is an act of God.
Yeah, nothing, completely. Anybody says it's an act of God, then you ask me what God.
Yeah, Cavin, the key question, obviously, is can anyone catch Kaiser Chiefs? Is there any chance of you guys or Mamelodi Sundowns, Bidvest Wits putting together a strong run and closing that gap to, before the end of the season, that 9-point gap? I think you've played the same number of games as Kaiser Chiefs. Are they gone? Are they away?
In my book, I don't think so. But I do think they're playing a good brand, a different brand of football than they played last year. When they won the league, they're playing a different brand of football now. But I think if we just maintain the likes of Sundowns, the likes of Chiefs, the likes of Sundowns, the likes of Bits, the likes of myself, if we play pressure football, anything can happen in football, Neal. And I think that gap can be closed, and it can become a very competitive race in the end of the season.
Yeah, I think we'd all like that, wouldn't we? Like at least to have a competitive finish to the season like they appear to be having in England. No one seems to want to grab the title race like Kaiser Chiefs have grabbed it here.
Exactly.
When you look at the PSL this season, slight improvement on last year, Cavin. You were at Platinum Stars last year, this year with SuperSport. You know this league better than anyone, Cavin, or as well as anyone. Is South African football on a professional level in our local domestic league improving? Is it getting better every season, or is it standing about the same? How do you see that?
I think it's happening in a lot of different clubs in little pockets, Neal. The improvement is there in little pockets and things like that. But in saying this, the start of the PSL this season, 2013, 2014. For me, the stop-start did not give anybody any momentum.
Yeah.
To get to, for example, Kaizer Chiefs had a little bit of a momentum, but a lot of the teams in the PSL, because Pirates was involved in the CAF, there was a lot of cup competitions, the MTN 8, all those competitions. A lot of teams were stagnant for long periods, and for me that did not go well down with all the other clubs, and that is why you find a Chiefs maybe at 10 points ahead of us.
Yeah. And 3 or 4 games, some sides have played 3 or 4 games less. And like you say, poor old Mpumalanga Black Aces up in Witbank, Matlhleni, and they haven't even played this season, and you've played 4. Just some of it doesn't make any sense. And of course, the floodlight failure last night at Free State Stars not helping anyone. But Cavin, listen, thanks as always for talking. Good win last night. Let's see if you can close that gap.
Thank you very much, Neal, and we try our best as far as football is concerned to put as much pressure on Kaizer Chiefs and to put as much pressure on the league in order to have a good run in the end of the season. Absolutely,
mate. Good luck. Thank you, Cavin Johnson. Thanks. As always, Cavin always there to talk. I know that other PSL coaches are also pretty unhappy with the way the PSL has been played this year. It's been stop and start. The everyone, we seem to move heaven and earth for Orlando Pirates to play in the African Champions League, but we don't seem to be doing the same for Kaizer Chiefs. I could be wrong.
The time will come.
Comfort, baka.
Visual Radio. Radio like you've never seen it before. Balls.co.za